This is not breaking news. This is not a scandal. This is not about one person. What we're about to reveal isn't just a blip in the headlines. It's a quiet, dangerous shift happening right now below the surface. And it's not something that can be ignored. A transaction, unreported for days, has just sent shockwaves through the global system. 300 tons. 300 tons of gold hidden, transported under the cover of diplomacy, sailing toward an unknown future. And it's already halfway across the world. You might think this is just a number, just another commodity shift, but it's not. It's the death knell of an old order, a reshuffling of power, and for the first time in decades, we may be witnessing the unraveling of an entire financial system we thought was unbreakable. The world's superpowers, their gold reserves, their control, all of it is shifting. And the question you need to ask yourself is, what does this mean for the future? Stay with me, because this is only the beginning. What's really controlling the global system right now? It's not the headlines you're reading. It's not the so-called leaders you're watching. It's the unseen hands, the system behind the curtain that pulls the strings. What we're seeing unfold here isn't about Venezuela. It isn't about a single regime. It's about something far deeper. The collapse of a nation isn't the real crisis. It's the shift in how power moves, how resources are controlled, and who now holds the keys to global influence. The real controllers aren't the old guard of Western institutions. It's the new players, China, Russia, nations outside the Western orbit working in ways we've never fully understood. And they've just made a move that sends a clear message: the old world order is no longer the only game in town. This isn't just geopolitical maneuvering. It's the birth of a new system, one where the US dollar doesn't dominate, one where alliances are made not out of trust, but out of shared survival. The question isn't who controls Venezuela. It's who controls the next 300 tons. We've seen the headlines. We've heard the warnings. But here's the truth. This shift didn't just happen overnight. This isn't some sudden geopolitical shockwave. This is a slow burn, years in the making, and we've barely noticed it. The real danger isn't a single event. It's the quiet, creeping changes that no one talks about. The way gold, once the cornerstone of financial security, slowly stopped being just a reserve asset and began being weaponized. The way China started quietly stacking reserves, 1 ton at a time. The way Russia, Iran, and others began thinking outside the dollar. Every year, the cracks got deeper. Every year, the world's power brokers shifted the rules inch by inch without anyone noticing. Now we're looking at the result, a world that no longer runs on US dollars. A world where gold isn't just a commodity, it's the currency of influence. It's happening, and we've barely begun to realize the true cost. December 2025. A satellite image caught the first signs unusual activity at Puerto Cabello. Heavy vehicles, military presence, ships with Chinese flags. Nothing scheduled. No one asked why. At first, it seemed like another routine shipment, maybe oil, maybe minerals. But when the cargo left that port, it wasn't oil. It was gold. 300 tons. $20 billion. Venezuela's last remaining asset, packed in containers, shipped off with diplomatic immunity. No one knew, not until it was already halfway across the Atlantic. This wasn't a sale. This wasn't a loan. This wasn't even a normal transaction. It was a message, a strategic move. And the world didn't see it coming. If they'd moved it on the open market, there would have been an outcry, but they didn't. They moved it in silence. And the markets felt it. Gold prices spiked. The dollar weakened. But that's just the beginning. Let's break it down. This isn't just a gold transfer. It's how the system actually works and who it really benefits. When Venezuela moves 300 tons of gold, it's not just about Venezuela's economy collapsing. It's not just about China gaining more gold. It's about two things: control, leverage. China doesn't just accumulate gold because it's valuable. They accumulate it to challenge the US dollar to bypass Western financial systems. And now, with this 300 tons, they've just locked in another critical resource, an asset that the West no longer controls. But here's the hidden part. For Venezuela, this gold was their last lifeline. Their last piece of bargaining power in a world that's been squeezing them for years, and now it's gone. The real question isn't just who holds the gold, it's who controls the future. The consequences aren't just economic, they're psychological. Venezuela's gold moves quietly under the radar. No sanctions, no freezing of assets. It slips through the cracks of the global system. And now, other nations are watching. Iran, North Korea, Russia. Countries under pressure, locked out of the system, but with something valuable to offer. What happens next? How long before other nations follow suit? How long before the floodgates open? The question isn't whether this gold move is a one-off. It's what happens when this becomes the new normal. The balance is shifting, and it's only just begun. You feel it, don't you? The unease, the instability. This isn't some abstract financial shift happening in distant boardrooms. It's real. It's happening to you, to your savings, your investments, your future. The system, we've trusted global markets, dollar-dominated, stable isn't as secure as we thought. Every time gold leaves Western vaults, it's a reminder that the world is recalibrating, that the foundation we built our financial security on is being undermined piece by piece. And it's not just Venezuela that's affected. It's every nation that feels the pressure to choose sides. It's every investor, every person who thought the old system was unshakable. You're not just watching history unfold, you're living through it. This isn't just about Venezuela anymore. It never was. The ripple effects are already spreading. China's gold stash just grew. And it's not just a financial game, it's a geopolitical one. The Caribbean, South America, the Middle East, all now interconnected in ways that go beyond trade. Other nations that have been isolated, sanctioned, are taking note. If Venezuela can move gold without Western intervention, what's stopping Iran, Russia, North Korea? What's stopping anyone under economic siege from doing the same? And don't forget the power dynamics. China is now in a position to demand more than just gold. Oil contracts, strategic partnerships, military access. The Caribbean is suddenly a flashpoint in a way that wasn't true before. The world is starting to look different, and it's getting harder to predict where it goes next. What happens next? There are 3 paths forward, but none of them are clear. And all of them carry a heavy price. First, there's asterisk, asterisk adjustment, asterisk, asterisk, the world tries to adapt. Countries, companies, and financial institutions recalibrate to the new reality. The U.S. strengthens its alliances. China consolidates its power. But this path isn't without peril. The cracks in the system will be harder to patch than we realize. Second, there's asterisk, asterisk erosion, asterisk, asterisk a slow collapse. The dollar, once the unquestioned global currency, begins to lose its grip. Other currencies rise. Gold becomes more than just a commodity. It becomes the anchor of a new world order. But with that comes chaos. Trade imbalances, disrupted markets, new fault lines. Then there's asterisk, asterisk rupture, asterisk, asterisk, a complete breakdown. A financial war. Countries rejecting the old system in favor of alternatives. The world splits into factions, each one more fragile than the last. And the rules we've lived by institutions, markets, alliances are shattered beyond recognition. Which one will it be? The truth is, no one knows. But the gears are already turning, and the world is moving faster than ever. The game is changing. The rules are shifting beneath our feet. And with every move, the world becomes harder to recognize. Gold is no longer just a hedge against inflation. It's becoming the currency of geopolitical leverage. Every nation watching this is recalculating its strategy, its alliances, its future. And for Venezuela, their gold is gone. A legacy accumulated over decades, now buried in Chinese vaults. When the regime collapses, and it will, there will be nothing left to rebuild. But this isn't just about Venezuela. This is about the world you live in, the world where assumptions are being tested, where systems are being dismantled, and where your financial future is up for grabs. This is a warning that what we've taken for granted, our financial systems, our global order, could be gone before we even realize it. The reset has already begun. Are you prepared for what comes next? Because the next move is already being calculated. If you want to understand the financial forces reshaping our world, subscribe now. We're tracking these developments, connecting the dots, and helping you navigate what's to come. Stay informed, stay ahead.